Hey, we're back with the Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts in our 1920 Germany campaign. And it ain't going so hot. There's some fundamental problems here with the trajectory of this war. On the battle side, we're roughly even. At about 10,000 victory points apiece. And that has been a slow improvement. But because Britain was ahead, well ahead at one point, and we've caught up somewhat to where we've had basically a one-for-one exchange in total victory points. They've lost a couple of capital ships. But our Navy is 13 ships. Britain's is 53. How we haven't been blockaded already is kind of a mystery. One for one trade and victory points is not going to cut it. Just to kind of paraphrase loosely a quote from another war in a different time in a different place. Jellicoe's attitude is, yeah, if we both lose a ship a day, 2 weeks from now, I'll still have a navy, and you won't. We're building 15 ships. We're actually building more ships than we totally have in the fleet at the moment. These ships are capable. Once these come online, I am confident, not certain, but confident that the quality upgrade is going to ensure that this VP situation starts going much more in our favor. But these ships are still months and months away. We've got some light cruisers getting close, but this legacy fleet is still going to have to carry the most of the battle here for the remainder of this year. Long term, we should be okay. Short to mid term, can this fleet of today hold the line enough to get to the fleet of tomorrow? I don't know the answer to that because we're losing 9 million a month. And we cannot sustain that for much longer at all. Just don't know. I'm kind of expecting to get that blockade popped on us any month now. And we're down to such low ship numbers that the distinction between capital and non-capital ships is becoming irrelevant. Even these crappy light and heavy cruisers, they're essentially capital ships. I can't afford to lose them any more than I could afford to lose a battleship. Not for the next 9 to 12 months, anyway. Got to do something about this budget. And as I was looking closer at that, I realized I made a serious mistake on our new battleship design. Yeah, you guys watching probably recognize that the instant I did it. I did not. I knew it was more expensive. I didn't really realize how much more expensive. On this, and that was the Brandenburg design. Our existing battleship costs 32 million a copy. That's the Braunschweig, our legacy starter fleet battleship. The Brandenburg, which was our replacement that we designed a few months ago, is 60 million a copy. Well, almost 61 million a copy. That's unsustainable. Tactically, she's going to do great. She's the answer to the quality gap, but that's just an unsustainable cost. And it was one specific decision that made it that way. And this was it. Turbo electric engine. Tons and tons and tons of advantages, which is why I did it at 2,200% engine cost per weight. And that drove the overall. Clear this. How do I clear this? Yeah? No? Come on. I don't want this window. It's blocking the... Come on. You're killing me. Why is it doing that? In any case, the propulsion plant alone and just that single line item is costing $26 million on this ship. And the Oldenburg design is not meant to be permanent. I'm not going to build this. I just did this to show the difference. If this window over here lets me. The Oldenburg is precisely the exact same ship. Every component, every tenth of an inch of armor, guns, all of it, exactly the same. I just copied the design and made one single change from turbo electric to geared turbines. And this is really irritating because I can't show you the darn number. Identical ship with just that one propulsion change is 46 million. 14 million less. So turbo electric was a huge mistake, and once I caught on to that, coupled with the fact that at the time we designed the Brandenburg, we didn't know yet what the British battleships were like. And I felt like I was taking a bit of a risk with 13-inch guns. Then we discovered last episode that the British battleships are running 11-inch guns. And because of that, I was comfortable with, hey, let's design a cheaper, not substandard, but, let's a more economical battleship with 12-inch guns and keep an eye on the cost. And I came up with two different designs. One of them is the Worth design at $45 million, and it is why can I not clear this stupid advanced tower window? Because I can't show any of the darn data over here. In any case, I was able to get 5 12-inch dual turrets on this thing, and I just like the look of this ship. So that's one design that I came up with using the Dreadnought 3 hull, which is the same as the Brandenburg. And then I also made an even cheaper Gneisenau, I think that's pronounced Gneisenau, class, with 4 dual 12-inch turrets. It's got 3/4 of a slider for range. It's got maximum bulkheads. It's got standard crew. I gave up 1 knot. And I just went with kind of the lower end on a lot of this stuff, but she's still got super heavy shells and good propellant charge, shell charge. I think that this ship can handle the British battleships and battlecruisers. And this thing, on the smaller hull, at a couple of thousand tons less, is I think 35 million, which is only slightly more than our legacy starter BBs. So basically, I can have 2 of these for the cost of 1 Brandenburg. And the Brandenburg cost, you know, it's not just about the building cost. It's about the monthly maintenance cost as well. You know, that's going to be reflective even after they're built. So with our budget situation, the Brandenburgs are not affordable, and these are still expensive. They're battleships after all. But I think these will stand us in much better stead. I wish I could show the specific numbers. If I could just clear this darn window. Anyway, okay. So, what does that mean for our shipbuilding program? I need capital, at least one more capital ship in the fleet as soon as possible. And over expensive or not, these first 2 Brandenburgs have been building, and they're closer to completion than any other, 6 months closer to completion than any other battleship could be that I start now. So I'm not going to get rid of all of them. I am going to let the Brandenburg itself come on through, as expensive as she is. It's not a hard decision to scrap Bismarck because she just started building. I haven't sunk that much money into her. She's 2.9 million per month to build. Her listed operating cost is 3.3 million. These things are going to become more expensive once they hit the fleet. So Bismarck is not a hard decision to scrap. This second Brandenburg that has been building for 6 months, that I've sunk almost 18 million into, that's a hard decision but I'm going to scrap her too. That was a hard mouse click. But that buys me almost 6 million per month. There, that's looking a lot healthier than before. Repairs are still causing an enormous problem, and that may be unlikely to change. So I can't just pile battleships right back in, cheaper or not, at least not that many. But I'm at least going to get one of those cheaper designs, the Gneisenau. I'm going to get one of these building. And she is, looks like they might build a little faster, being smaller. I think the Brandenburgs were 21 months to build, and these are 20. So she's kind of a month ahead already. So now we have 2 battleships building, and Gneisenau is costing over $1 million less per month to build. So that helps a little bit. We're not out of the woods. The other thing we're going to do is we're still slowly growing transport capacity. I'm going to shave a little bit more here. I'm going to gamble with going down to 0.5%, and that buys about another $1 million. Mostly paying for that Gneisenau. At very least, we're still negative, but we can sustain that for a few more months than the imminent problem that we had before. And anyway, so that's what I'm doing. Six ships active. Maybe that means that we won't see many battles just because there aren't enough ships to fight them. I don't know. As long as we can kind of fend off the blockade with what little tonnage we have, I'm not against that. On to March. It's thinking. It's thinking. That usually means there's going. Nope, there goes the damn blockade. Okay. So it looks like the tonnage difference isn't all that terribly much. We got about 500, and they've got about 650,000 tons. But they've got significantly more power projection. A lot of that's because we have so many ships in repair. So as these ships get repaired, maybe that'll correct itself. I don't know. Blockade occurs when power projection of the stronger Navy gets to about double. They're at 43,000 power projection. We're at 17. So they are significantly more than double. We would need to get up to about 22,000 power projection to break this blockade. We got a little ways to go there. Luckily, we do have 4 light cruisers with good range coming into the fleet very soon. Now, they're just light cruisers. I don't know if that's going to be enough to tip, but it should get us back closer to that threshold. We'll see what happens when they commission. But look what that did to the monthly balance. We were at 4 million down. Now we're at 20 million down, and that's the result of the blockade. This might spiral out of control. And there's another battle here. One of our heavies against one of their lights. Now that's probably not terrible, as long as we can avoid taking a torpedo, which I have shown I'm not necessarily all that good at. Let's see if Deutschland can take out the Pegasus. Could sure use the VP, that's for sure. It's to the west, which is probably straight ahead. Yep, okay. Yep, that's where the RDF is shown. You can already see us, it would appear. Which was he headed? He's headed that way. He's probably already fired off torpedoes, make a hard turn. Didn't really mean to pickle those off. Let's wait for a good shot before we shoot torpedoes again. It's not identified yet, so I can't tell if he has fired. I just stopped shooting because the turrets are... Oh! My goodness, we actually hit something with a torpedo for once. You Even a broken clock is right twice as oh shit. Try to take just one. Straighten up. Straighten up. Not great. He just fired another spread. Got a little bit of propulsion back. Certainly aren't going to outrun him. We got to outgun this guy and not take any more torpedoes. He's hurt too. Wait till we get our full spread of torpedoes available. Oh my god, he's going to get me. Those torpedoes are so fast. So I thought it was loading too, but it was the other side. Oh my god, there's another spread. No, caught him right on the stern. Chase that bastard down. We're out of torps. Need one of those to hit. Nah, he's combing them. Oh my god, oh, and he just shot again, I think. Oh. I do not recall any other campaign where I've had so much trouble avoiding torpedoes. Straight up, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Well, that helped neither the victory point or the blockade situation. And that's where we're at. I think that'll do for this episode, and we'll see what kind of trouble I get into in the next one. Thanks for watching.